The GTA 6 trailer leaked early, so it had to be released by Rockstar Games. Today we'll be breaking down absolutely every scene from the trailer. It is a very unfortunate situation that happened, but we finally have it, ladies and gentlemen. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming, and the release date was revealed by Rockstar Games to be 2025. We have received our first official artwork for GTA 6, which was also the thumbnail for the trailer. Yes, GTA 6 is coming out in 2025. The song that was used in the first trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 is Love is a Long Road. Let's start with the opening shot of the trailer, which it is a Rockstar tradition to start with either a sunset or a sunrise, and it looks like we've started with the classic Vice City sunset. As you can see in front of us, we can see some of the new vehicles right down there. We can see the beautiful palm trees, and in the distance we can see the skyline of Vice City. In the sky, in the top right hand side, we can see a plane, a massive jumbo jet that is flying into Vice City. We get a look at what seems to be a prison. We have some seagulls in the sky flying over this lake, it seems like. That pretty much sums up the opening shot of the trailer. We see a barbed wire fence in the second shot of the trailer, with palm trees and the sunset in the background. This is the same prison that we saw in the first shot. In the third shot of the trailer, we get our first look at Lucia, and she looks stunning. She is inside of the prison looking out to all the inmates which are outside. The sunset and how it reflects on her skin look absolutely stunning. Her model looks very, very good. In the fourth shot of the trailer, the inspector asks her why she is in prison, where she answers bad luck, I guess. And in the fifth shot, we get a massive opening introduction shot to Vice City, which looks absolutely massive. We can see some boats, we can see dolphins in the water, a ton of birds, jet skis, the beach looks filled and absolutely massive. What an upgrade from GTA 5. Look at this. Vice City looks absolutely stunning. You can see all of the different hotels and buildings, the palm trees. This is Ocean Drive on our left hand side. We can see a helicopter flying in the sky. In the top right hand corner, we can see a plane that has a flag. In the distance, we can also see some more of the skyscrapers. Look at how many skyscrapers there are. Absolutely mind-blowing. And we get, of course, the Rockstar Games Presents opening credits. We get a look at another jumbo jet in the sky. Massive city. In the next shot, we get a look at the buildings and just how massive they are. And if you look inside the interiors, you can see that there are individual interiors for every single floor. It looks so photorealistic. You can see the reflections of the sun from the windows. The palm trees look stunning. The jumbo jet in the sky, again, very clearly visible. You can see just how high these buildings are. What is rumored is that 70% of the interiors will be enterable, and it looks like most of these have custom interiors, so it'll be interesting to see. In the next shot, we get a look at an airboat, which airboats are very popular in Florida, especially in the Everglades. There are airboat tours in the Everglades. So this is an airboat, presumably going right through the Everglades. And if we look closely at the characters that are on the airboat, it looks like this is a female character, judging by her hair blowing in the wind, and somebody else is driving it. Maybe that is Jason and Lucia. In our next shot, which is a very popular shot, we get a look at some flamingos in the Everglades, by the looks of it. Absolutely stunning. Now, the next shot is very, very interesting. Our first look at the NPCs. We can see all the different body types and heights of the NPCs. The beaches are filled. Jet skis on the right side, just filled with umbrellas, helicopter in the sky, a plane. In the distance, you can see all the buildings and just how far the draw distance goes. You can see even a little dog, so dogs are confirmed to be in GTA 6, and you can just see the variety in the NPCs, just how different they are, and they're so incredibly detailed. Some of them have tattoos, they wear different clothing, they truly look like individual people. As you can see, everybody's doing something different. They're hanging out in groups, drinking beer. The two NPCs in the middle are running along with the dog. We can see some NPCs laying on the beach. You can just see the variety and the different activities. In the next shot, which is my favorite, probably my favorite shot of the trailer, we get a look at the Go Fast boats. If you don't know what go fast boats are, they are boats that back in the day were used for transporting illegal alcohol or cigars. They are also called cigar boats. They are incredibly fast boats. That's where the name comes from, go fast boats. In the background, we get a look at the marina. We get a look at a cargo ship with a bunch of containers on it. It says BTN Del Mar on the ship. And on the left side, we also get a look at the skyscrapers in the distance with another jumbo jet in the sky. So it looks like there will be a lot of planes and just all sorts of stuff happening. If we look at the right side of the frame, we can see just how far the draw distance is and how far you can see the skyscrapers. The water looks so realistic. If we look at the water, this is absolutely stunning. I don't think I've seen water so realistic. Let's move on to the next shot. We see Lucia in a convertible. Absolute Vice City vibes. She's holding her hands up. Somebody else is taking a picture of her from the other supercar. By the looks of things, the driver is Jason. In the background, you can just see how high the skyscrapers go. On the right side of the frame, we get a look at just how many vehicles there are. The lighting is another aspect which is absolutely stunning. You can see how realistic it looks, how there are different apartments. Some of them are lit up, others are dark. It looks so much like Miami in real life. It's crazy. Lucia seems to be wearing a dress, and they're probably shooting a video for social media, which is another aspect that is coming to GTA 6, which we'll talk about in a little bit. In this next part, we can see a car meet or a car show. This is happening in one of the districts in Vice City. We can see how all of the buildings are painted. In the top left-hand corner, we can see a police chopper. And again, we get a look at the variety of NPCs and, of course, some of the vehicles that will be coming to GTA 6. Again, the graphics, the lighting looks insane. The next shot introduces us to what seems to be the Jack of Hearts nightclub. On the left side of the scene, we can get a look at some strippers. Again, the nightclub is absolutely filled with NPCs, all wearing different clothing. We can see NPCs holding up bottles in the middle of the scene. One NPC is tossing money at the stripper. There is so much happening in this scene. It's almost hard to keep up. We can see just the detail of the interiors. The next shot introduces us to two new characters. We don't know the names of these characters, but you can just see the detail on their faces and all of the jewelry that they're wearing. These are probably some of the characters from the main story. The next shot is a really beautiful shot. It showcases the beautiful clouds and just how massive Vice City is and how beautiful it looks at night. In the middle of the screen, you can look at all of the vehicles, the boats in the water. We can see a bigger yacht on the right side of the frame. On the left side, we can see a bunch of other yachts. It is filled with all types of boats, and every single one of these houses will be enterable by the looks of things. You can just see how detailed they are. On the left side of the frame, we can see all the different balconies and how they're detailed, and the houses. The lighting, again, looks super realistic. The following shot introduces us to Ocean Drive, and it looks absolutely stunning. You can see all of the neons. One of the characters is getting out of a white Grotty Cheetah Classic. We also get a look at some of the vehicles from GTA 5 that we are familiar with, such as the Coquette. I see a Shafter, an Obey, also a Rebla. So you can see that a lot of vehicles from GTA 5 will be returning in GTA 6. In the top right, we can read Hotel Dixon, which is one of the hotels on Ocean Drive. We also get a look at Boardwalk, the hotel that is in the center of the shot. Again, some NPCs. One of them is sitting on the floor begging the passing by NPCs that are, again, traveling in a group, walking together, just enjoying the views of Ocean Drive. If we look on the other side of the street, we also see the NPCs and just how many they are. The next shot gives us a look at a new DJ in a nightclub. You can just see how dark it is in the nightclub, filled with NPCs. The atmosphere is alive, just partying in good old Vice City. You can see NPCs holding different items. Beautiful variety. The following shot introduces the Keys. This is our first look at the Keys. This is our first look at the 7 Mile Bridge, which is the bridge in the Florida Keys. If we look in the water, you can see how much variety there is with the boats. We can see boats carrying containers, smaller boats, a yacht, a plane flying in the sky, the beautiful vegetation. We can see a dinghy, definitely a variety in boats, and the water looks absolutely massive. We can see different depths in the water. In the next next shot, we get a look at how realistic these hair physics are. And of course, this seems to be Lucia. This is either an NPC or Lucia or maybe another character from the story. On the right side of this character, we can see a bunch of NPCs just relaxing in the pool. And behind, if we look at Vice City and just how alive it feels, you can see how many vehicles there are. Absolutely incredible to look at. Just look at how many things are happening at the same time. We have the jumbo jet flying in the sky. We have the vehicles down on the ground. We have all of the different buildings, which seems to have their own detailed balconies. We can see the detail on this specific balcony. An NPC holding a phone, some other NPCs chilling in the background. Everything is just so realistic. The next shot is particularly interesting because it shows us a sign which says Vice, a sunset in the background. The shot following that shows us our first look at the social media in GTA 6. As you can see, it says Dead Bot Squad. We can see a very interesting character partying on a boat with some other NPCs, just having a good time. We can see that there is a follow button, so you can probably follow characters in the game. We get another look at another social media page, which is called Official Poach. Stay alert, VC. Remember to check for uninvited guests before the pool party. And we get our first look at the alligators in GTA 6. One of them is coming out of a pool and is being dragged by this NPC. This shot is very interesting because it gives us a closer look at the vegetation. You can see how detailed everything is. We have different launch chairs. We have the table with the chairs, the umbrella. As you can see, there are in the pool, there is an inflatable ball, which I hope means that the OG Vice City Easter egg with the inflatable ball returns. But again, these graphics look almost real. The next shot is another social media shot. This account is called Have a Vice Day. Someone called the Department of Transport on this jump truck. Hashtag Have a Vice Day. God damn. See some NPCs on a car. And such things happen in real life. You know, this looks pretty real. In the next shot, we see cars drifting at night on the street. We can see NPCs standing on top of some of the cars. We can see NPCs standing on the street, taking pictures, dancing, two cars drifting around, a pink car which is in the middle. So drifting will be in GTA 6, confirmed. You can see just how many NPCs there are. The lighting in the top right hand corner, you can see the lighting in front of that door. One of the stores that is visible in this scene is called What's Cooking, and it has a phone number 305-555-0127. That's very interesting. The following shot, another social media recording, seems to be a live stream. There is a live chat. One of the comments are going crazy. Two female characters having fun on social media. You can see the detail on the clothing, and in the background we get a look at some of the buildings, the clouds. Now the next shot is a very interesting shot. An alligator going into a store. There seems to be camera footage. Classic Florida. The NPCs outside again. This alligator is entering into the store. You can see how realistic the lighting is. This NPC on the left is looking at the alligator. All the different details in the store. The food items. The food items on the right side, we can see toilet paper. On the left side, in the back, we get a look at an NPC sitting on a table. You can just see how alive it is. The next shot is very interesting. It looks like somebody's getting swatted. This is a first-person perspective. So first person is confirmed, and it seems to be, again, camera footage from a body camera. It says body 3, so it probably means that we'll get body cameras. This is, of course, the police going inside an apartment. The next shot shows us a naked, overweight guy being chased by a cop. In the background, we get a look at an Arrow gas station with Vice City in the distance. The next shot introduces to a classic Florida man. He has absolutely everything. He is the embodiment of the Florida man right here. In the background on the signs, we can read Vice Beaches, Port Vice City / Keys, Vice City International Airport, GTAVI County. These are some of the names of some of the locations that will be coming in GTA 6. You also get a look at some other cars. On the left side, we get a look at a billboard. It says "Scene wanted for panty sniffing." Just some real satire classic Rockstar satire. Only in Lil Nida is a crotch grab an apology for bad driving. The next shot, Yo Mama's Jammer, Rip Rudy. This is another NPC. I love how he's standing literally outside of the car. One foot on the door, another foot on the wheel. Just some crazy Florida action. Now again, the next shot, another Florida situation. This guy just spraying some water on the grass. In the background, we get a look at his pool, and you can just see how detailed these backyards and these houses are. The vegetation is also incredible. If we move on, we'll see Thrill Billy Mud Club. So there will be a mud club in GTA 6. All of these NPCs covered in mud. You can again see just how detailed they are. This is one thing that I've noticed. There's a lot of details on these NPCs, like different accessories, just different types of clothing items. Again, they're shooting a video for the mud club. In the background, we can see what seems to be a Patriot or just a monster truck driving through the mud with some other NPCs just going crazy. The following shot introduces us to this crazy lady, Lucha Libre fan, neighborhood watch don't play around in Hamlet. Just a crazy lady, whoa, holding two hammers, not one but two hammers, and it looks like the car in the background has a broken windshield. She probably broke it and this guy's recording her. She probably broke his car. The next scene is this guy in a street party jumping on a table. You can see how many items there are on the table and the NPCs in the background dancing, absolutely filled with NPCs, feels alive. And the next shot gives us our first look at Jason. Obviously, a lot has changed since the material that we saw. This is our new Jason. He definitely looks different from how we remember him. But this is Jason driving a car. Looking at the back view mirror, the following shot shows us Lucia in the same car holding some $20 bills, again looking back at the cops, likely at the police who are chasing them. The next one is a shot of a camera from the sky, gives us a look at some of the vehicles that will be coming to GTA 6. A police car, this car in the middle is flipped upside down. The police is trying to get the NPCs out. Now this next shot will be very interesting. It looks like they're recording this prisoner. The next shot shows us the bikers, which are, by the way, very popular in Miami, causing absolute chaos. They go on these drives in Miami. Obviously, you can see all the cops are looking at them. Behind the bikers, we see some of the houses. The following shot gives us a Weasel News report, dirt bike, dirt bag. Cops fail to stop thugs on motorbikes terrorizing Vice City. The satire is definitely there. We can see the cops stopped in the middle of the street and they cannot stop the bikers. You can just see the NPCs partying on the side, cheering for the bikers. In the top left corner, we see 3 cars that are stopped at a red light, obviously stopped by the biker gang. Then we get a look at the High Rollers Lifestyle, which is again another social media page that is recording these high rollers, which is again another faction by the looks of it in Miami. And one of the billboards in the background says, "Who hurt you?" The sign on the left says Waning Sands North, another location, Waning Sands. You can see Sound for Sound on the vehicle on the right side, so that's probably a name for one of the gangs in the game. Very interesting night shot right there. And the following shot is a very iconic shot of Jason and Lucia exiting a store. They have probably just robbed this store, and as you can see, they are escaping in their car. Lucia is holding onto the window, going around a sign that says Port Gilhorn Pawn and Gun. So this is a pawn shop in Port Gilhorn that they have probably just robbed, and they are on their way out. We can also see a speed limit sign 55, a WHS We Have Shoes sign, won't be beaten on price. So this is a shoe store. The next shot gives us a look at Jason and Lucia on a bed saying trust to each other, and then another iconic shot of both of them entering a store that has all sorts of advertisements on the door, which include Petty Forever, Dignity, which is a new drink, probably a beer, Larger Light. These are some of the ones that I was able to make out. This is just some of the details on the doors of the stores. A very iconic shot from the trailer, and we finish with the official Grand Theft Auto 6 logo in a release frame coming 2025. So there you have it. This is the breakdown for the GTA 6 trailer 1. Thank you so much for watching this breakdown, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.